Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So it's been, what day are we today? Friday today, the 4th of July. Apparently it's a mildly important day in America. So yeah, it's been like a week since I filmed that last video, which I only managed to upload yesterday. Because yeah, basically the whole week pretty much written off after the Stag do last Saturday. Mixed emotions, good and bad. The day started off really well. Took my boy to his last football session this year, so had a massive football game with the parents and the kids, you know, like sort of two teams mixed up with kids and adults and stuff. That was really good because me and my son's team, we won 4-0. I scored the first goal. It was an absolute peach of a left-footed drive from about 20 yards out. Brilliant. So yeah, that was the morning done. So I got back home at about midday, and then my brother turned up, and then a couple of minutes later, my two mates, Jeff and Simon, turned up to crack on with the Stag do. So what do? We're just at home, cracked open a bottle of Prosecco, had a nice glass of Prosecco, and then went down to, sort of just down the road into the little town square where I live. Went to the restaurant, fantastic meal, as always, really good food. That's where the drinking started. Had a little sharpener to start with. What did I have? I think I had a Ricard, which is like a sort of, aniseed pastis type business. My brother had the same, Jeff, Simon, they had a beer each, I think. And then after that, ordered a couple of bottles of wine. So we had like 2 bottles of red between 4 of us over the course of the meal. That was fine, that was all good. It was all fairly tame. So yeah, we're in the restaurant for maybe, I don't know, a couple of hours maybe. So yeah, piled out of there at about 2. And then walked the sort of 10 yards to my mate's bar. Started drinking pints of IPA. And that's where my sort of memory sort of cuts out. Apparently we'd had like 3 pints in there, and then we walked on over the other side of the town square to the other bar, and we were drinking like sort of fairly strong beers in there, like 7-8% beers, but only like halves or whatever. But we'd had like 3 or 4 halves of that shit. Yeah, but apparently we got told off for making too much noise, which is quite understandable. And then after that, yeah, but apparently in that bar, my mate Simon wasn't happy about the price of his bar tab. So my brother ended up stealing 2 pint glasses, which I found out about the next day. Fucking twat. Yeah, and then we all piled back to my house, jumped in the paddling pool, fucked about for about half an hour, and then apparently we went back out into town, back down to the first bar that we went to, and we were drinking more pints in there. Christ knows how many, no idea. And then we went back home, because it was a really nice sunny day. Apparently we all got back in the pool again. And then after that we got out of the pool, and apparently I sort of sloped off and just went to bed. And people were sort of wondering where I was or whatever. And my girlfriend was at home, sort of supervising. And my girlfriend found me butt naked, just sort of sprawled out lying on the bed. And she was like, I found him, but he's asleep. And apparently it took him like, 40 minutes to try and wake me up. I was completely KO, passed out, fucked. So yeah, so eventually they managed to wake me up, and I think it was like 9 or 10 o'clock at night at this point or something. And my girlfriend said that I got up and made a barbecue. I did a barbecue for everybody. I've got absolutely no memory of any of this whatsoever. It's all second-hand information, which It's a fucking nightmare. So yeah, we did this had a barbecue, and then the Calvados came out. My brother had bought a bottle of Calvados with him. Fucking twat. And my girlfriend said there was only 3 of us drinking it. Me, my brother and Simon. Jeff wasn't drinking any of that shit. And in the morning when I woke up, this bottle of Calvados had like probably about a thimble full of Calvados left in it. So between 3 of us, we'd nailed this bottle. And my girlfriend said that by about 2 o'clock we were all completely fucked and went to bed, sort of thing. So brilliant. I woke up in the morning. I thought I'd died. Got out of bed and puked up in the sink in the kitchen. Terrible. I still managed to cook a fry up for everybody. Sent everybody off on their way, and then we had to go up the road to the bloody school fete for my kids' school. That was a fucking nightmare. I felt so shit. You know, it's like proper alcohol poisoning. You know, I'd really done myself some damage. I just can't hack it anymore. I mean, it's taken me like pretty much a week to get over it. It's only today that I feel pretty close to normal. So yeah, you get a bit of an idea about the excess that we went through. I mean, like, you know, it's a stag do, so it's sort of understandable, but just getting into that sort of state where you can't remember anything from like 3 in the afternoon onwards. I don't know, there's something seriously wrong with that, I think. So yeah, whole week's been written off. Literally done nothing. I couldn't eat anything for about 3 or 4 days. Yeah, lost a few kilos, which is good, but just felt so shit, you know. Just proper alcohol poisoning. That's all it is. But yeah, I don't ever want to fucking do that again. It's just put me off. I mean, I know I've talked about alcohol before. I sort of had it under control, you know. Wasn't drinking in the week, just a couple of drinks on the weekend. Jobs are good. But now, even thinking about having a beer or a glass of wine, it just makes me want to throw up. So yeah, I think now, at 43 years of age, I think I'd like to say that I've learnt my lesson and I'm not going to drink again. I've done it to death now. You know, I could have fucking killed myself on Saturday. I could have ended up in hospital with the amount of alcohol I drank. It's just pretty scary. You know, you live and learn, but you don't at the same time. So yeah, that's pretty full on experience. Just like to say a quick shout out to subscriber Tim Smith. He's put some pretty funny comments on that made me laugh about my video, so that's cheered me up a bit. So cheers Tim, have a good day. Yeah, so that was that, you know. Sunday up at the bloody school fete. I was sort of nursing little glasses of lemonade all day. I couldn't even eat my lunch, some sort of like, you know, roast pork and chips or something. I probably had about 2 chips and just couldn't hack it. So yeah, so that was the weekend. Brilliant. And Monday morning I got a phone call from my ex-girlfriend, the mum of my son, who lives just down the road. She phoned me up in tears, saying that her dog was really bad, really ill. Like he couldn't move his back legs or something, so he's like had a stroke or something in the night. You know, he was in a really shit state. I mean, you know, he's old dog, so it's like 13-year-old dog, same as these two. They're all of our dogs, all the same age. Because I lived with her for like 4 or 5 years or whatever. Her dog sort of like might as well be my dog as well. Do you know what I mean? Like if she goes on holiday, I'll look after her dog, and if I go on holiday, she'll look after my 2 dogs, that sort of thing. So I was pretty close to her dog. So she phones me up in the morning saying, can I help her take her dog to the vet to go and have him put down? So yeah, I totally wasn't prepared for that. Also, I was dealing with this fucking week-long hangover, like the beginning of it on a Monday morning. So yeah, went to the vet with her, and yeah, that's probably one of the most fucking traumatic things I've ever had to do. I can't remember the last time I cried so much. I mean, when my dad died, I don't think I cried that much. Probably because I was totally prepared for it. Do you know what I mean? He spent 2 years battling cancer and all that sort of shit. So, with that, you can see it coming. You know what's happening, and you sort of know when it's going to happen as well. But when she phoned me up on the Monday morning, I was just like, what the fuck? So, went to the vet, and the vet was like, yeah, there's nothing we can do. It's a pretty old dog. He's had a good innings. So yeah, I mean, I'm not sure if you've ever done that, but I've never had to do that before. These two dogs that I've got, they're my first dogs that I've ever had. So yeah, yeah, that was really fucking really hard, really emotional. Poor little bugger. It brings tears to my eyes now just thinking about it, because I'm gonna have to go through it at some point with these two nitwits, which is gonna fucking do me in. So yeah, I spent the whole week nursing this mega fucking hangover and mourning one of my dogs. Not an easy week to say the least, but that's life. That's life. You know, not easy having to put a dog down. But it's like my ex-girlfriend said. We gave him the best possible life we could. So you got to be happy with that. Always a really happy dog. Never, never did anything wrong. He's just a perfect little dog. So yeah, that was pretty gutting. My son was obviously pretty cut up about that as well. He was all right on the Monday when I picked him up from school, because on the Monday morning he'd spent the week at his mum's house. So on the Monday morning, his mum had obviously told him that we'd have to take him to the vets after we dropped him off at school or whatever. And when I picked him up from school, he was okay. But when we got home, he just sort of broke down. It's like, fucking hell. He just completely broke down. So yeah, I had to, console him, all that sort of stuff, and try and explaining the whole death sort of process to a 9-year-old kid. It's not easy. It's really, really difficult. So yeah, that was that. So I'm feeling better now after the fucking drinking. I think that's the end of my drinking career. I'm getting married on the 19th. I'll probably just keep it to a glass of champagne, and then I'll be on the non-alcoholic beer. I've ordered a few kegs of Corona Zero, so that'll be my weapon of choice all evening, I think. Especially on your wedding day. I'm not getting out of control, in front of all my family and that sort of shit. No fucking way. So yeah, that's that basically. It's been an interesting week, very emotional. But I got another letter through the post from the bastards at work the other day, and they've given me a date of the 15th of July to go into work for a meeting where it's basically just a question of signing the paperwork for my redundancy. So that's a little bonus to look forward to. Looking forward to that, because I've basically screwed them over, and they failed in screwing me over. So it's a little win for Burt. It's all good. So yeah, at least the sun is shining. Well, not here, I'm in complete shade, but the sun's shining. The cricket's on the telly, so gonna go home, have some brekkie. Come on, come on. Gonna go home, have some brekkie, watch the cricket, chill out, and that's about that. So I'll let you crack on with your Friday. It's the last day of school for my boy today. School holidays, 2 months of holiday, brilliant. But I think we're going to try and take the kids camping for a weekend fairly soon. Not too far, but you know, just gonna hire like a static caravan for a couple of weeks. I can't be fucked with taking all the camping gear and that sort of shit. So we're just going to do a little 2-night sort of thing. It's a nice little campsite with a beach, all that sort of shit. So that's another little thing to look forward to as well. So that's all good. So yeah, I'll let you crack on, and hope you all have a nice weekend. And I'll see you again soon. Take care. Bye bye.